So 12th house. All right. So 12th house, it covers everything that's in the unconscious, and your unconscious rules about 90% of your life. So, that's quite a big chunk. It's all the things that go on and, behind the scenes, under the surface. And this covers many, many different things. It can be your, your, spiritual life. It can be, your connection to the divine. And it can also be your, connection to mysticism and also to healing. And this is whether this is healing of yourself or healing towards others. This can be a profession that you're involved in. So all of those things come up. Connection to the divine can be as in, downloading information or receiving information. And this can come in the form of imagination or inspiration. So you could be receiving a lot of information at this time, or be really inspired to do with certain things, or your profession, or whatever it is that's unfolding in your life. It can also be to do with retreat or seclusion, or in some cases reflection, and needing time to do that. And this can be done in lots of ways. This can be done in meditation, or it can just be doing quiet activities like artistic activities, or it could be spending time in nature, gardening, whatever's appropriate for you. So taking time out to reflect and also to process and possibly release things as well. As I said, with Mercury retrograde, releasing, especially with the 12th house, becomes important. So this can also be dealing with issues to do with karma. So this is your karma, and the unfolding of that, and various things that you may be, cycles that you may be completing, new ones that you are beginning, and so on. And in some cases, this can be people. You can be related to people or involved with people who have a karmic influence or have, are part of your karma. And, it can also be to do with any kind of escapism. So this can be literally taking a break and escaping from your environment so that you can recharge and rest yourself and do that reflection, that navel gazing, or just meditation. So it can be like a yoga retreat or something like that. But it can also be literally escapism, as in not being able to face certain things or not wanting to face certain things. And this would be an unconscious situation. So anything sitting in the unconscious that needs to be processed or dealt with is more than likely going to come up when it gets affected. So this can be programming that needs to be released, indoctrination, any kind of inhibition, any self-defeating behaviors, and anything that holds you back. This could be even a lack of self-confidence which comes from some aspect of your childhood or whatever the situation may be. It can also be dependence on things. So whether this is codependency on other people, or, like a substance, or addictions to things, that can also come up with the 12th house to be dealt with. And if it's not yours, then you could be seeing it in somebody else's life and understanding deeper concepts to do with that. It can also be in some cases visiting institutions of all kinds. So this can be like government institutions or hospitals or libraries or universities and so on. So it's your experiences while you are engaged in an activity there. All of these things can come in. So now we've got your destiny. As I said, fate and destiny are kind of indicated, in some ways here. So this is a destiny card. There can be a little bit of chaos and upheaval with this card. It can actually bring that in, and it can, make you feel like you're walking through treacle sometimes. So, but what it is, it actually is intended to steer you towards your purpose. And it's kind of like it's inevitable that you've got to face certain things and you've got to achieve certain things. So you just got to roll up your sleeves and get on with it. And in some cases, it can be that you are tackling something which is really unique and different and not easily embraced by other people. So you may not have support. You may not have insight. You may not have anybody who's, can give you advice or help you with the path that you are on. It really is about connecting to your own inner guidance. And following that. So there's divine timing in this as well. That also does come in. Things unfold when they're supposed to with this card. But it can also be about steering you, as I said, towards a specific path. And it can feel a little bit lonely on that path, because in some cases you can be like the black sheep of the family, or you can just be marching to a different drummer. You see things differently. You understand things differently. And therefore, you are kind of feeling alone. But you are never alone. You have the the entire universe to back you. So really it's about tapping into that, listening to your inner guidance. And this is where the meditation and the with the 12th house, the meditation and the reflection comes in, because then you open those doors to that guidance to come in and manifest in your life. And it can also be to do with perhaps working solitarily, like on your own in a solitary fashion, or working privately on something. In some cases, it can be in secret on something. Just, following your own path and gathering information, or working on a project. And, the path may not be clear. So you may get one step and then you'll have to wait for the next step. That's why the divine timing comes in. You will be led forward, though. It can feel a bit like pioneering for some people. So, your entire path won't be revealed to you up front, because it would overwhelm you. So you get given one step at a time, and then once you've achieved one, then you can move on to the next one. So all of those are coming in with this energy, but it does build up incredible inner strength and connection to your inner self and your inner GPS. That is the whole purpose of this energy. Now we've got here green Taurus, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So you need to pace yourself, number one. And number two, there must be others around you who can assist you with tasks. So this is about prioritizing time for yourself to do this inner work, and also to process things and reflection and so on. And also to help you make decisions. If you are so overwhelmed that you have no time, then you don't actually get to do that for yourself. And that is a part of your self-care. You allocate time for yourself so that you can do your inner processing and do the releasing and whatever else needs to happen. So call in those to assist you and your spirit team. And, if you can get a service in to help you with the other tasks, maybe, then do that. Otherwise, family members or other people who, friends, whoever it is that is around you that can assist you at this time. But the reflection will be needed at this time to help you to work on things like that. With the 12th house, sometimes fears can rise up. As I said, you're dealing with karma and you're dealing with processing of things, and also deconditioning. That can also come in. So now we have got here 5 of summer. So trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Okay, so this, can be very much a 12th house issue, where you get pulled under by other people's insecurities or problems or complications. And you have to put boundaries in to ensure that you don't get sucked in. And in some cases, it can be actually associating with people like the wrong crowd and so on. So just make sure that you are following that. Remove yourself from negative emotions of others, and let go of worries and concerns about things, because the minute you do that, you'll put your energy into that, and then you become like magnetized to those worries. So then you draw towards you the things that you're worrying about. You don't want that. You want positive manifestations. So that's why it's important to allocate time for yourself so that you can rest, recuperate, and prioritize and make decisions and just reflect on what needs to be done. Now with the first house, this is to do with the body. So this is your physical body. So, everything to do with the actual physical aspect of it, how you look and so on. But it can also be, to do with, your life force, your radiance, your chi, your energy that you're giving off, and what you're projecting outwardly to others. And that can be to partners, to family members and so on, or in your workplace or whatever the situation is. So it's about self-care. As I said to you, self-care, I do feel is coming, and you need to do that. So start delegating and prioritize time. So plan it in, diarize time for yourself. It's going to be needed. So the first house covers all of those aspects. It's what you're projecting outward to others as well, what they perceive when they see you, when they interact with you, the energy that you're giving off. If you need time to retreat, to recalibrate and actually boost your energies up, then that's what you must do. Otherwise you're going to come across as exhausted or resentful or tired or whatever the situation may be, or just stressed, It can also be connection to your self-oriented interests. So whatever that may be, giving time to that and actually allowing those to have a place in your life. Just also how you are navigating your way through the world. How are you meeting the world? What's your independence like? How are you actually meeting the challenges that come up for you? So it's your attitude and your optimism and your approach. What are you giving out in that regard? If it all comes in with the first house.